Hey guys, BananaCooler back live again. Just wanted to talk today about a topic specifically close to my heart. Mr. Deion Sanders, Coach Prime. Will Coach Prime coach the Cowboys? You know, there's a lot goes into that. I think it's been pretty clear wherever Deion goes, he's been successful. He was, I've been following him since Florida State. Successful player there, won the Jim Thorpe Award, got drafted by the Falcons, had a great career with the Falcons, went to the 49ers, won a Super Bowl that year. The next season he went to the Cowboys and won a Super Bowl that year as well. Hard to argue, 2 years in a row, Super Bowl champ. Ended after the Cowboys, he went to the Redskins, not super successful there. That was the infamous Redskins, now Commanders, team where in that offseason they signed a ton of free agents. With the new owner, who's no longer the owner, and it didn't work out very well. I think Schottenheimer was the coach then. I could be wrong. Then he went to the Ravens, had some success there, but ultimately the toe issues had to end his career a little bit early. Inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2011, and amazing career as a player. You know, played in the World Series, batted 500 in the World Series if I'm not incorrect with the Braves. Played the World Series and Super Bowl, played in two sports the same day. Crazy stuff. But we're just trying to talk about his coaching record. And he was a coach at high school for his sons. Then he went to Jackson State, which didn't have a good track record, not a winning team. Took over that team, won 27-6. Went to the Buffs. He's been with the Buffs for 2 years. Really turned that program around. And when we talk about turning the program around, we're talking about getting better players to the team. I mean, he's going to have 2 of the top 5 picks in the NFL draft. One of them being his son, Shadur Sanders, and Travis Hunter as well, a two-way player, much like Deion was. I think it's a great opportunity for the Cowboys, who've just been floundering. I think Deion's clearly been running the Buffs like a professional team, you would say. A lot of things he does, they would do on an NFL team. He's a great mentor to people, but he's very honest too. A lot of people don't like him for that. Very brash, very honest, but he's going to tell these guys what he thinks, and we'll see if that would translate to the NFL. I think it would. I think his coaching record has been pretty successful. Now you got to think the Cowboys. Jerry Jones put himself behind the 8 ball a little bit by waiting so long, so he missed out on interviewing a few of the top candidates. But I think Deion would be one of the few guys that could deal with that personality, because I don't know who has a bigger personality, Jerry Jones or Deion Sanders. So, Jerry has the reputation of being the guy that knows everything, and he's going to do it his own way, and it really hasn't paid off for him. So, if he could hire a Prime as a coach, and you know what, I think Prime has a lot of sway in that organization too. He did a lot for that team, and he's going to bring a coaching staff that's going to be unparalleled wherever he goes to coach. I think there's a $10 million buyout with the Buffs, so that's going to be a little bit tough. But let's be honest, like $10 million in professional sports at that level, with those people involved, that's not $10 million is still a lot of money. But that's not going to be a huge barrier, I don't think, for anyone. So it's great to see this as an opportunity for Deion. I think he'll be successful. He's a Hall of Famer. He has a proven track record as a coach, obviously not in the NFL, but he's going to get people's attention, right? And it's a different thing recruiting to Colorado or having to build through the draft and free agency in the NFL. But, I think he has that cachet. He has that, like I said, you can't argue he's the greatest defensive back in NFL history, so their football history, and he's a top notch he's a top notch judge of talent, and like I said, he's gonna bring his guys. He'll probably bring Sapp. Who knows if he'll give Michael Irvin a spot. And he has a lot of good coaches. He worked with a lot of good coaches throughout his career, and he's going to bring that swagger back to Dallas. Now, I'm not a big Cowboys fan, but I think when the Cowboys are good, the NFL is better. And it's a crazy stadium. I've been there one time. Had the privilege of going there one time, and he could bring some of that swagger back to Dallas, and I think it would be a mutual beneficially to the Cowboys, as well as Jerry Jones and as well as Dion. I mean, it's prime time, baby. Prime time in Dallas. So we'll see what happens. I think just that getting out that they're having conversations with Dion, that puts a lot of pressure if they don't hire someone. They don't hire Dion on the person they do hire. It's always going to be, hey, should we have hired Dion? Should we have made a play for Dion? And we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to check in and if put your thoughts under there. You think he's going to be the Cowboys